ill-informed. Y'all ill-informed. All of y'all. A lot of people are ill-informed of what's going on with Deion Sanders and Shilo Sanders and whatever else is going on this whole situation. They are. Happy Saturday to everybody up out there, man. I hope that everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. I want to talk about some of these things in the question. Let's get this pulled up here on the screen so that y'all can see it. And I want to answer some of these questions, right? That's on this page. Now, this is from a post from Kleeman from the NFL Network. All right here. What was the security guard doing the last 9 years? He's disabled. He can't do nothing. He got hurt. I'm throwing this case out right away. There's already judgment on this case. 159,000 people looked at it. There's nothing you can do on this case. Nothing at all. It's over with. It's done. There's nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing nobody can do with this case. It's already a judgment. It's already been placed down. The University of Colorado absolutely knew this in the risk cost analysis when they ran it on Deion Sanders, Shilo Sanders. They knew about this. And I'm sure that any school that was going to hire him knew about this, but the money rules everything. Correct. That's just it. It don't even matter to some people. A lot of people it don't matter to. It don't matter to the people that got to sit down and interview Deion that he left his son with a $12 million tab. It don't matter to the people who report on for him on the national media stage. Like, how could you let your son take the bill for this, bro? And how did you get up out of this? Oh, because he got up out of it. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, he got up out of this. And people, you're gonna say, he said Marlon Field says he will go to jail for bankruptcy fraud for not reporting his assets and earnings. That's a fact. It's a fact. If he don't, and that's and the NFL could, it possibly could affect that and everything. And some people probably sitting here saying, "Well, what are you talking about? How Dion leave him with the tab and this and that?" He definitely left him with the tab, and I'm gonna share this tab instead, and we're gonna talk about it. John Darjean, up here to your left, this is a preview of the document. John Darjean is the plaintiff versus Deion Sanders, Pilar Sanders, and Shilo Sanders, or the defendants, in the Dallas County, Texas, the district court. All right. He's definitely on the case. He's definitely on it. Now, let's take a look at this over here to the right. Where's case info? The judge, Aisha Raymond, case number. Got to subscribe to view it. Document file date, October 16th, 2018. The case filing date was June 20th, 2016. Category other personal injury. Status is closed. Look at the party list. This is in alphabetical order. There is no Deion Sanders in the parties, only Pilar and Shilo. We can go through the whole thing. Look, I'm gonna go through the whole thing. Look, I'll scroll slowly as possible. It's in alphabetical order. You do not see a Deion Sanders in there. Why is that? Because if you watch the whole interview on Jason Whitlock, John Darjean says that the day before the ruling came out, his lawyer quit on him. Deion Sanders disappears from the case. You don't know how that happened. Allegedly, you don't know. But you got a young man and his mom faced on the case. He like, man, put that on me, man. Get that off my mom. Which Deion should have did, bro, from the jump. There's something he should have did from the jump. But y'all, I want to talk about character. We want to talk about the character. And this goes to show you how much when somebody is so popular and they have a big following and they have a big voice, of how much and how important they can get away with anything and everything in America. Because you call into question a character of a Cromartie, right? Let him get blasted all over social media. His character, he don't go to class. You even got grown men. You even got grown men out there. Grown men, yes, yeah, and I'm definitely gonna talk about Matt McChesney because he absolutely Matt. I like Matt, first of all, like what he do, whatever else. But he absolutely got on there and called Kermani McClain a shitbird a few times. Well, what are you gonna call your coach? What are you gonna call Deion Sanders now that you know that this is out in the limelight? But you knew Ben knew about this too, though, Matt. So don't sit here and act like you didn't know about this whole case and him sticking a $12 million tab on his son. Would you stick a $12 million tab on your son, Matt McChesney? Would you do that? But you ain't gonna call Deion Sanders no shitbird, though, huh? Wonder why? Why is that? Why wouldn't you do that to him? Why wouldn't you ask him some tough questions? Even behind the scenes, not even trying to they're not even trying to get clicks and asking them on your in the real interview. But why not even behind the scenes? You can't look that man in the eyes and ask that man how in the hell could he stick his son with a $12 million tab, but you calling Kermani McClain a shitbird because he ain't go to your punk ass Colorado University Colorado classes. Fuck that. You didn't go to motherfucking classes in University Colorado. The fuck? But Kermani McClain is though. He's a shitbird. He ain't no shitbird. Come on, man. And we could have a conversation. I'm just saying, if you want to have a conversation without us yelling or whatever else, we can talk it. We'll talk. Because I'm not gonna get on. I'm not gonna get on here and be intimidated by an ex NFL player that's 6 foot whatever, big yelling. I'm not. None of that intimidates me. None of that intimidates me. I'm as I'm sure as I don't intimidate you. Two grown men can agree to disagree, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, do I leave with a better respect for you? Do you leave with a better respect for me? I would sure hope so. But I'm talking about a young man that you called a shitbird, but you sat down with a total shitbird and then and dick ride him and let him just do all the clown shit up there at your beloved university and never wants to confront him on anything and lets all the clown shit slide up there because y'all are now notarized because y'all in the public eye because Colorado's in the public eye and they get so much clicks and they sold out and that's what everybody wants to talk about, but nobody want to never talk about the character. But y'all keep letting the character of these young men that's leaving Colorado University get attacked and y'all never go up for them, but y'all take up for Deion. Like that's crazy. Now I'm so like I'm not happy that this is out in the public because I took this down off my page for the simple fact I thought it was more or less attacking Shilo. The way that I explained it, people thought I was attacking Shilo. I'm not attacking Shilo. I'm a father myself, so I want to have that conversation with Dean. I would love to have that conversation with him. Would he sit down with me? Probably not, because there ain't nothing he can gain off a channel like mine, because I ain't getting nothing. But I'm gonna for sure tag Matt because I want him to see. I want him to see. Had this conversation with him. I want to have this conversation. Call Kermani a shitbird, but won't call Prime one. He won't do that. This some shitbird shit. You could call what you want to call it. Like ain't none of us perfect. We all had did some shit and we all had to make some mistakes. But this is some shitbird. This is shitbird. You stick your baby mother and your son with a tab. Get up out of it, knowing that you could finagle your way up out of it, but leave it on to your son as a minor. Now, his son's just gonna feel how they gonna want to feel about me, and I don't blame them for talking about their dad and coming out on their dad. But this is a father coming to a father. I don't understand that because you ain't got kids of your own. That's some shitbird shit. But as long as he keeps continue on calling your phone and you being able to text him and everything else, you can't call him that. You can't call him that. Because you can't make nothing off them. That's why. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. Period. We need to have those be like, it means that don't and look, that's not gonna stop me from liking Matt McChesney and supporting Matt. But the fact is there's something I'm sure there's some things that I say that he'll disagree with, and the thing I disagree with is straight up calling the Kermani a shitbird. He didn't go to class in Colorado. He probably didn't even want to be up there because he wasn't getting the time he needed with Prime. We don't know that. And if you never sat down, and then you never even sat down with Kermani, you never took the time as a Colorado alumni to go and sit down with the man Kermani, with Kermani McClain. You never took the time out to go sit down with Kermani or say, Kermani McClain, come on to my show. Let me ask you these questions. Why didn't you go to class? You're going off a hearsay or what you heard about Kermani, instead of you sitting down with him, knowing that he went to your university, that you had the chance to sit down with the young man or do whatever you needed to do. Like these young men and young people that's immature in the head, they got a way of responding to shit. They got a certain way to be responding to things. And sometimes it's not the right way. It's a rebellion. Like when you young and Shilo Sanders and what he went through with this case. My mom and dad just went through a custody battle. My mom lost a custody battle. My dad saying I can't talk to my mom, and the security guard trying to keep me off the phone with my mom. That's what this simply was. Period. And it turned into something else. A lawsuit that you let your kid get stuck with, that your beloved coach let his son get stuck with and backed out of it. But that's not a shitbird though. You know what I'm saying? Like and look, I'm gonna say it like that because it's just the facts. It ain't gonna stop me from supporting 6-0. Like what he do up there. Now will he be super upset at me? Will he be saying that I'm coming at him or whatever? I'm probably sure he will be. I'm probably sure. Oh, he's a nobody. He don't know this. He don't know that. That's how everybody says. We just nobody as content creators, that all these ex NFL players that didn't make the league or ain't in the league no more, that got to sell things. They got to come over to the content creator space and use what we use every day though. But we just nobodies though that know nothing. I mean, it's cool. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take the platform and all this and all that other stuff down. I would love to have a conversation anytime, any place. Anytime, any place we can have a conversation. It's not gonna change the fact how you feel about somebody that you never got the chance to sit down with. No, I don't get the chance to sit down with Coach Prime, but I could call bullshit on some shit. Like who's checking for the Bengals head coach? Nobody was. That's when things changed for me with Colorado because nobody's checking for that. Nobody was checking for that, man. Let's just be honest. He was getting interviews. No, I had a better chance of getting the 49ers defensive coordinator. I don't believe he have a job right now. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? I'm just not getting caught up into the hype of Colorado, but they knew about this whole situation before it was there. He filed bankruptcy in Dallas, and I just showed y'all the document in Dallas County, Texas, and he just did it in Colorado. I'm not sure if it just happened this year, and in April, or was it when he first got up there to Boulder in 2023 or whatever? But it was 2020, it was or this year to be correct. I'm not sure when it was, but the date I got for this document, because I got the document on April 17th. And I'm not sure when this document was ordered from the United States Bankruptcy Court in the District of Colorado, Denver Division. The case number is 23-14859, Chapter 7 Bankruptcy. And it's and replies for Shilo Sanders is the debtor, and John Darjean as the plaintiff versus Shilo Sanders. Just gave y'all the whole information. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So, I got it pulled up here on my computer right now at the time, but I'm not sure. And it was signed by Jeff Carruth, certificate of service on April 17th, 2024. I hereby certify that a true and correct copy of the foregoing was served upon and registered ECF users who have appeared in this case to the date through the ECF noticing system. Jeff Carruth. All right. So, I mean, like, it's there, but we let his beloved just roll around with it and just roll with it, right? We don't say nothing about that. It's all good though. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look, I'm gonna still rock with you, bro. I'm gonna still watch your shows. I still think that you got some good points, but when it comes to Colorado and Dion, I think that you ease up off the gas. And I don't never and in my honest opinion, I never thought Matt McChesney needed to be looked at as a hater because that's his school, that's his alma mater. I thought that he would be the kind of the guy who wasn't an absolute homer and not would call out bullshit on Colorado when he's seeing bullshit at Colorado, instead of trying to ride that fence and that line. Now, after I took that clip of that show and I put that show up there and there was a lot of backlash on it, kind of backed away from it again. So because of that, but they're going to do that. They're going to do that. They're going to do that. You know, people are going to do that, and I get it. It's a whole business thing. It has to do with business. Got to keep the business right. Right? Can't criticize, and but it is what it is, though. When you do something like this and it falls back on your son, that speaks to the character of a man that's running a whole program. But we attack the character of the young man who leaves the program. Make that make sense. All right. Period.